welcome back to Eric's City Welsh Garden. Today is Monday the 10th of February. I'm just at home, not out in the garden today, despite the storms are over. It's just really cold outside and I don't have a lot of time today, but I was at the Bristol Seed Swap yesterday and I picked up loads of seeds. I also went to a talk by Charles Dowding and his partner Steph as well, which was really, really good. Charles's talk was all about seed saving. So I got there at 12, his talk was at 12:15, and then after his talk I went and had a look around the seeds. So it was really good to kind of do the talk first, where I learned a little bit more about seed saving that I didn't know, and then I was able to kind of have a better idea of the seeds that I wanted to go for in the swap downstairs. I had planned really that I was going to take a load of seeds with me and kind of just more enjoy the day rather than picking up any seeds, but I don't actually know how many seeds I picked up. I think it's probably a lot more than I thought, but they're in my rucksack here, and I thought rather than just going through it on my own, I'd bring you along to have a look at the seeds that I got. But I've got a cup of tea with me as well, so this is my second cup of tea of the day, so bear with me. I hope none of you had any troubles with the storms. Loads of people around here had kind of there was a trampoline in the middle of the road yesterday morning when I got up, and luckily it hadn't hit any cars or anything, but I heard that loads of people in the village had their fences knocked down. When I was on the way back from Bristol yesterday actually, they only had one lane open because a tree had fallen through the fence and smashed across, and it was all the way into the middle lane, so luckily it didn't do any harm. But yeah, it wasn't very pleasant out there, but to be honest, I could have actually said I wasn't going to go to the Bristol Seed Swap on the fact that it was a little bit windy, but do you know what, I thought it is so worth the 180-mile round trip to go there. But anyway, let's have a look what I got. Also, I was there with Tony Stevens. Quite a lot of people know Tony, and he has a YouTube channel actually, so I'll put a link to that below. But he also got me one of these. So this is a calendar for Charles Dowding. Charles had a stall there as well, so he had all his books and stuff. But I just had a quick look at this. Sorry, I know I did say I was going to go through seeds, but I wanted to show you how cool this this calendar is actually, because I just had a quick flick through it. So this is February, okay, and it tells you in February what you can sow on certain days. So for instance, on the 15th of February, which next Saturday, it's telling me that I can plant undercover spring onion, lettuce, spinach, coriander, parsley, early cabbage, calabrese, broad beans, peas for shoots, pepper, aubergine and chilies. So actually, thank you very much Tony, because this is a really good, look at this, he's just telling you on each day what you can plant out undercover or obviously not undercover. And there's some pretty cool pictures, and I'm guessing that these are at different times in the year. So this is February, and then March. Looks so good, doesn't it? Listening to his talk actually was really interesting. I picked up so many good tips. But anyway, let's have a look in the bag what seeds I picked up, and I'll tell you why I picked them up as well. Okay, so I don't know how long this is going to take, by the way, because I don't actually know how many I picked up. Okay, so the first thing I got was red pear tomato. So I already knew this, but in Charles's talk he was explaining that tomatoes don't cross-pollinate. So if you want to save tomato seeds, they're really easy to save, but you're pretty sure that they've not cross-pollinated, so they will come true to seed. So I got this red pear tomato, okay, and that was it's just from the Bristol Seed Swap, so I don't know if that came from a big pack or somebody saved the seeds, but it's still sealed, so I'm not going to open it to see if they're, saved seeds or not. Oh, Elsa Craig onions. Everyone's got loads of packets of these because they're always free on magazines, but I thought I am going to grow them from seed one year. I know it's a bit late this year, but I really am. Aha, a chocker. Don't know if I'm saying this right. a chocker. But I know where I used to live in Bristol, we had a really good shop that sold all different types of vegetables, and they had those in there, and I never cooked with them, but I saw Vivi from Vivi's Kitchen Garden. She grew them and grew a really good crop last year, and I thought I want to give that a go. I picked up some leeks because, as well as onions, I'm determined I'm going to be growing these from seed, whether it's this year or I don't know, or next year. But yes, that is those. And actually, what variety is that? Stamford. Is anyone growing that? From Unwin's Seeds. And oh, okay, so best before 2019. So that's interesting to see. Also, what was really interesting when I went to Charles's talk yesterday, you know, he was saying that actually, which I did know, but I hadn't really picked up on, all of the seed suppliers always say, like, packed year ending. So actually, that just tells you when it was put in the packet and not actually how old the seed is. So it's a little bit misleading, isn't it? Okay. The next one, cauliflower. Cauliflower, I have never, ever, ever been successful in growing, ever. Okay. And you have to really, they don't last in the ground, you know, once they need to be harvested, you have to harvest them straight away or they go over. So to be honest, I'm not interested in growing these for the actual hearts, because I'm never going to grow those and it's going to take up too much space, because I'm just never going to be successful with that. But I really want to get into sprouting veg for shoots this year, and I've heard that when you grow, you know, when you have these seedlings, they're really high in a lot of they're just really high good vitamins and stuff when they're really tiny, and they have higher levels of certain chemicals in when they're baby seedlings as to when you harvest them. So I thought that would be a perfect opportunity for me to get some sprouts on the go, because you know, when you're doing a sandwich for the kids and stuff, you can just chop a bit of that, put it in, job done. Okay, the next one is broccoli rabe, or rab 60, rab, I don't know how you say it. I find it funny actually, because whenever I'm watching people's videos, they always pronounce things slightly differently to me, and it's interesting because I don't always think there's a right or wrong way of how you say things. Well, there is sometimes, but rab 60. I'm determined to grow some of these. So these are like a broccoli, but they're much easier, and they don't have like a really big head like a broccoli would. It's more like a sprouting broccoli, but you can harvest within 60 days. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to have a go at those. The next one is Scotland yellow tomato. Now this is from an English homestead. So I know the English homestead from Facebook. They've got a Facebook page, but he also has a YouTube channel. So I will put a link below. And I saw he did a post about these seeds the other day, and I was looking through and I thought, yeah, I'll pick those up. Again, because they are called Scotland yellow tomato. So a tomato, I know that this safe seed is going to be true. And also he's got HSL written there, which I'm guessing means he got these seeds originally from the Heritage Seed Library. And I absolutely love the Heritage Seed Library. So yes, also what's really good is he has written, I'm guessing it's him that's done this, because I know, I don't know if it's a family homestead, so possibly his wife or partner's done this, but it says, you know, basically they have written on here the instructions for growing them, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. Right, okay, so the next one is I've got another tomato here. This is what happens. I pick things up, you know, when I'm looking around, and I just grab things. So I'm going to a seed swap in a couple of weeks. I'm going to a seed swap in Carmarthen, so maybe some of these will go back. Is anyone going to the Carmarthen seed swap, by the way? Because I'll be there, so we can meet up or something. This is called Porter Tomato, and this says donated to Bristol Seed Swap by the Heritage Seed Library. So again, Heritage Seed Library. Now, do you know what? If you're not a member of the Heritage Seed Library, but you want to do something for charity that involves your hobby, I think it's £5 a month or something. You can join the Heritage Seed Library. They give you 5 packs of seed free every single year. but your money goes into saving these amazing varieties of vegetables. But what is also really interesting actually is when Charles was doing his talk yesterday, he was showing pictures of seeds that he'd saved against seeds that he'd bought in, and it was like the same variety of veg, and he had the seedlings from his saved which were like massive, doing really, really well, and then he had a picture of the same seed from, you know, a well-known brand that we all have probably used, and he showed the difference, and they were like really spindly, hardly any had germinated, even though, you know, there's meant to be 75% germination in the right circumstances, but his was so much better. And he was saying that actually, you know, we always think we need to, you know, you don't want to save the seeds because it won't be as good, but actually a lot of these seed suppliers that we know and we trust today actually outsource a lot of their seed saving in different countries because it's much cheaper. And actually, the people that are choosing the plants, the mother plants to save the seeds from, aren't actually saving, they're not saving the best of the sort. So he had, Charles had a picture of some carrots that he had harvested, again, from like a trusted supplier. And basically, all of the carrots, like only a couple were long, a lot of them were stumpy and all had grown really funny, and actually that's down to the seeds that are being saved and not us as the grower. Because I was like, well, actually, if I saw those and I'd harvested those carrots, then I would have thought that's because I'm a rubbish gardener or something. But Charles Dowding, right, who we all know is pretty good at gardening, his were all deformed as well. So actually it just goes to show that, you know, that you should really save your own seeds if you can. You know, there's like 5 varieties of seeds that you can grow that don't cross-pollinate with each other. So, you know, if you save the seeds, you don't have to, like, you know, isolate them or anything, and you know that you'll have a really healthy plant. And honestly, I suggest you do it. Sorry, I just went off then, didn't I? But this is ported tomato, another type of tomato. I haven't even built my greenhouse, so I don't know where I'm going to be putting these. Also, I've just looked in the bag and I have loads more in there, so I better hurry up, otherwise you're going to be here for like an hour listening to me talking about seeds. Which actually, you know, all of these seeds that I'm showing you were free, and having cost really, you know, some of these are in people's collections that they didn't want, or they've gone to the trouble of saving them. And you know what? If you can get to a seed swap this year, there are still so many around. If you can get to a seed swap this year, do it, because you'll be saving money, you'll be saving the environment, and you'll be growing old varieties, like things from the Heritage Seed Library that you can't buy from those trusted seed suppliers that outsource their seed saving from other countries. Anyway, next one, Elsa Craig. Oh, okay, so Oriental Tatsoi seeds, brassica. Don't actually know what that is. I thought it was in the seeds. This was in Tatsoi Seeds. I'm guessing is that a company? Don't know. Brassica Papa Rosilaris. Probably pronounced really wrong. What is that? Can you tell me? I thought that was a salad leaf though, because again, this year, salad. I'm going to do it, okay? Because we need to eat more salad in my house. Cress seeds, Greek cress seeds, again, sprouting. I really want to do that. Chinese salad, no idea. Is that going to be a pak choy or something? Don't know. Save seed, I imagine, or maybe it was in a big pack. I'm not sure. Lettuce webs, wonderful. No idea what that's going to look like, but there we go. Lettuce Paris Island cos. Rocket, so that's salad rocket. Apparently there's loads of different types of rocket out there. So we'll see what that one is. Okay, we're nearly getting to the end of this now. We're nearly getting to the end of it. Okay, what is in here? Oh, Blåhild, I think it's Blåhild. What are they called? Blåhild climbing beans. They're a French bean. They don't cross-pollinate. I grew these last year. They did really, really well. But I left them on the pods to, you know, I left them to go green, not green. I left them to dry on the plants, and they went a bit manky, to be honest. So I saw these and I thought, do you know what? I'm saving these, and next year, the lovely purple bean. They're a heritage variety as well, but you can get them commercially as well. So, you know, it's going to be the French bean year. Not really too interested in that many runner beans this year. And if I grow any runner beans, I'm just going to be growing them to save the seeds for, you know, stews and stuff, not to eat them, because however much I always try with a runner bean, they are always stringy. And one of the beans that I grew last year, which was Sims Corsar, that came from the Heritage Seed Library, really, really long, and I got like 6 beans in every single one. So that was, you know, really good for a good harvest. Okay, dwarf French beans. Not too interested in dwarf French beans, but these are called Stanley. My son is called Stanley. I'm hoping that this could, you know, awaken an interest in gardening. Oh, look, I got 2 Stanley, just in case. I didn't know how many were in there, so I thought I'd get 2 just in case. Next one is Wizard. It's a field bean. Am I right in thinking a field bean is autumn or spring sowing? That's what I'm going to use for my green manure. I'm pretty sure it is, but please tell me differently, if different. Carrot Autumn King. This was from the Bristol Seed Swap. It doesn't say anything about where it came from, apart from the information about the seed. Oh, this is cool. This is from a company called Grow Weird. They're like an online seed swap, and they're a new company, and basically you can go on the website and join them and put down what seeds you've got to swap, and then they send you out some seed packets that you then send to whoever wants them, which is pretty interesting. It's called Grow Weird, and if I gave my email address, they would give me some free seeds. So I've got some sunflower seeds. So there you go, Grow Weird. Last packet here. Okay, so I've got these. Open packet of some pea shoots. Okay, so any pea will obviously grow into a pea shoot before it grows really big and flowers. Again, I was planning on doing shoots and cress and things like that, as I've already mentioned. So I picked these up. It says sow by, these were packed in 2015, sow by 2018. Really old, but I thought someone's just gotten rid of that because they're not interested, and I thought that would be worth a go. So that is everything in my little seed haul from the Heritage, from the Bristol Seed Swap. But last year they did it in quite a big venue last year, and then I thought it was in that venue again actually, but it turns out it was across the other side of town. But the venue that they did in yesterday was really good. It was really big, and they had some really, really good stalls, and they even had like this really nice leaflet this year. So next year, I'm telling you, if you're a bit fanatical about seeds or growing vegetables like I am, going to the Bristol Seed Swap is so worth it. Even if you don't live anywhere near it, get up really early, drive there, or do you know what, make a little weekend of it. Go and stay in a hotel, because it is absolutely amazing. I know that Rich from the Veg Grower podcast went to the one in Brighton, I think it was, which I don't know if it's the biggest or it's the oldest, I don't know. He did a really good podcast about it. I'll put it below. He's also got a YouTube channel, which I'll put below as well. But that's a really big one, and maybe next year, I don't know, I might pop to that one and see. But it's so worth it for like all of these seeds I've picked up. There's only a few from a packet. That a seed supplier, the rest are save seeds. And do you know what, I think after listening to Charles talking about the fact that these commercial growers that we all trust aren't actually necessarily looking after these varieties well enough for us, and actually you and me are the people that can be preserving these varieties. And especially with the Heritage Seed Library, get some of those seeds, and you can't buy those anywhere else, but you can save them and take them to other places. So yeah, there you go. I have been chatting for absolutely ages. I think we're nearly on 20 minutes now, so I'm really sorry, but I hope you enjoyed a nice cup of tea like I have while watching this. If you have any advice on seeds that you would recommend saving, or seeds that you've got to save, put it down below in the comments. But also, do you know what? If you are going to a seed swap anywhere in the UK or anywhere in the world, put it down below and put the date. So anyone else reading or watching this, if anyone's still watching this now, if anyone is still watching this, they might get some inspiration or find a seed swap in their area that they didn't know was there. So please do put it below, because when I put on my Facebook page that I was going to the Bristol Seed Swap, 2 people that I know live in Bristol were like, I didn't know it was on. And I was like, please come, you know, it's amazing, you have to come. But they didn't know it was on, and maybe they had plans. So please put below if you know of any seed swaps going on, or if you know of, any seeds you've got to swap, you know, please put that down below. As ever, you know, if this is the first time you're watching me, please do hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you'll be notified of all of my latest videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching today. Take care. Bye.